Hello everybody, Gelly Asofsky here. Today we'll be talking about mental illness and dealing with the coronavirus pandemic. This video is being done in collaboration with Chazkeinu, a wonderful organization promoting mental health awareness and help for folks who are struggling with mental health. Whether you are struggling with mental health or not, these tips will be applicable to you. I love being super practical, so that's how I'm going to focus this video. Get a pen and paper, and we're going to jot down some notes. Before we start with tips and techniques to help manage stressors, I really want to talk about mental illness. Mental illness affects over 19% of us here in the U.S. That's almost 20% of the workforce and the U.S. population. The numbers are staggering. I really want to hopefully reach out to each and every one of you who are listening, who are struggling with mental illness during this time of social distancing, and just share anything I have with you and really speak to the fact that it's hard to be alone and doing social distancing and isolating when everything you have been told till now is don't isolate, get up, go out, meet a friend for coffee, go to the grocery store, do whatever you can take, but don't stay in your house. It's not good for you. And now everything is totally reversed, and because of the coronavirus, you've got to stay home. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have a front yard or a backyard or a long driveway, or the ability to go to the woods and not meet people and be able to maintain the social distancing, but many of us don't have those options. So we really need to figure out how we're going to survive and get through this. All right. If you haven't gotten a pen and paper yet, now's the chance. If you need to come back to watch this video later, please do so. Hopefully these tips will help you really get through the next few weeks in one piece. So let's start with number one. Maintain a daily routine. Whatever your routine was before the coronavirus hit us all, and I'm very aware that I have many people watching this from different states and all over the world. Some are more impacted than others. I'm in New York. It's really serious over here right now. I'm trying to work on maintaining as best a schedule as I can. So I get up, take a shower, put on the makeup or not if you're female. Get yourself groomed for your regular daily activity. Don't lounge in sweats or pajamas the whole day. It's not healthy. Once or twice, fun. Now this is regular life. You got to get up, you got to function, eat your breakfast, eat your lunch, your supper, your sleep time, your time spent with the kids. Try to maintain it as much as possible the way it was pre-coronavirus. Obviously, the kids are home. You're going to interact with them more. And I think that's one of the blessings that's come out of this whole situation is that children are getting to spend more time with their parents. And that always is a good thing. So that really is important. Number two, sleep at night. Don't sleep till 12 during the day. Don't take a nap from 3 to 7. Get your 8 hours of sleep or whatever sleep you need during regular sleeping hours. Use your bed for sleep only. Keep your phone away from your bed. Keep your internet out of your bedroom. Speaking to myself here, Gelly, listen to what you're telling other people. Practice what you preach. This is so critical, and I know at night sometimes I'm like, oh, I need to see what else is going on in the world. I get this like urge. I need to know the latest news, and so I'm really speaking to myself as much as to you. Get off the phone, get off the internet, and just do what needs to be done in order to have that sleep time to restore your body and your mind. Critical for everybody. even more important for those that are struggling with mental health challenges. All right, so don't be online all day. Write this in big letters in front of your eyes. It's not healthy for you. Enough said. You know, if you want to schedule 2 15-minute times a day where you're looking at the news, you want to be on Instagram a little bit, there's a lot of good stuff being put out there on the internet and on Instagram to help us all get through this time. Go ahead. Don't make it your life. That will not be healthy. All right. Please focus on your hobbies and things that make you happy. Maybe it's not skiing weather now or hiking weather. It depends where you live. And again, you can only go out if you're not going to be with a lot of people. Let's go back to some of our old-fashioned things that we enjoyed when we were younger. Some of you may enjoy sewing, knitting, crocheting. My mother enjoys those. Some of you may enjoy journaling, calligraphy, who remembers that, woodworking, photography. I've seen some beautiful photos online. Have really inspired me because I love doing amateur photography, so I like taking pictures of nature. It's very inspiring. So do some of those things that build a feeling of, you know, like I'm doing something worthwhile. Not only work, not only the kids home, not only sleep, again, the 4 walls, but do something that drives you, that energizes you. So hobbies and happies are where it's at. All right, so create a support system, important for all of us. Again, I'm using the word critical here, but it really is critical. Create that support system. Schedule phone time in with maintaining therapy appointments with your therapist via telehealth or telephone. Call mentors, sponsors, AA meetings. See what's being done on the telephone and virtually. Schedule phone time with friends and relatives, your parents, if they're supportive. You know, there's a big audience out there. You may be somebody that's struggling with mental health personally. You may have a spouse who's struggling with mental health. You may have a parent who's struggling with mental health. You may be a teenager struggling with mental health. You may know other people around you. Look out. Everybody is vulnerable. People with mental health are more vulnerable. If you're in a good place, reach out to those that you know may be struggling with mental health. Your support will keep them going and keep families and people from going under. So that's the one about maintaining supports. If you need to like tack a piece of paper to the fridge and literally create a schedule of people you can reach out to, do that. It's going to keep you sane. Number 6, fresh air. Get your vitamin D. All of us have a door we can open. Some of us and get fresh air. Some of us may have a porch that we can open and get some fresh air. Some of us may have long driveways. Whatever you have, get fresh air and vitamin D. It really does something for mental health. Number 7, exercise. Research shows us that 30 minutes of exercise a day gives you literally the same effect like an antidepressant. Take that in for a minute. 30 minutes a day of exercise can do that. Do you know what that means? Some of you may be able to take a walk outside while maintaining social distancing. Others may not be. And then you have to do the jumping jacks. You've got to get on a mini trampoline, run up and down the stairs. Anything you can do to build those positive endorphins. Very, very important and will go a long way. If you have kids in the house and you're like, who's going to watch them? If you have a spouse, kindly take turns and give each other the opportunity to get some exercise. You can take it in 3 segments of 10 minutes. You can take it in 2 15 minutes. You can do a half hour. This is so important for your mental health. I can't stress it enough. Okay, number 8, contributing. So much has been said about the power of giving. When you give of yourself to others, you feel better. So reach out to that old grandmother, grandfather, your parents, grandparents, neighbors, people, again, who are vulnerable, and make that phone call. And if you're the vulnerable one, when you give of yourself, it's a win-win. Everybody benefits. So give of yourself in whatever way you can in the household, whether it's cooking, contributing to the cleaning efforts, organizing, whatever you need to do in your household to help things run smoothly. Please contribute. Some of you will be able to contribute financially to those who have lost jobs. Then please do so from the heart. Some of you may be able to give food and cook food for those who can't cook for themselves. Again, even if you're struggling inside, when you do for others, you are going to feel good and useful. So, so important. Let's go to the next, coping strategies. So important. I've created a couple of videos with breathing exercises to support people. I want people to really think potentially about DBT Skills. Is a great website, DBT Self-Help, that I recommend clients use to refresh their skills. Great mindfulness, distress tolerance, emotion regulation, interpersonal effectiveness, all really important skills to refresh during this time. Journal if you can with pen and paper. Use the 5 senses to help you invigorate yourself and feel grounded and supported. Refresh whatever skills your therapist has told you. Look online for different ways to build your repertoire of coping strategies. These are all going to be really important to do daily, over and over again, to help you get through the next few days. Last but not least, maintain perspective. No matter what your religious beliefs are, I'm Jewish, so, I'm taking in all the faith-based stuff. God will help me get through this. I can recite the Psalms. I can do the prayer. I can speak to my rabbi. I can read things that inspire me. Wherever you are, reach out to the resources that'll help you keep going. And remember, last but not least, you are not trapped. We are not trapped. We're in our homes preventatively to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Each one of us is going to do our part to help us get through this craziness. Please remember, you have a home, you have fresh air outside of you, you have heat, you have running water, you have the ability to cook and have food in your fridge. You can move around freely in your house. This all is part of maintaining perspective. And I'm also able to go to that place where I'm like, this is all crazy. When is this gonna pass? And I gotta shake my head up and use the same skills I'm sharing with you now. I got the paper to look at, okay? All right, here's to a great weekend. Everybody hang tight and let's do what we need to do to get through this in one piece. Take care.